Okay, so we are in my room, and I have a box that I got probably 2 years ago now from Grace, who is one of my viewers and one of my friends, and we have only gone halfway through it. She sent me so much stuff that I've made probably 2 or 3 videos off of it now. I figured today we'll just go ahead and go through the rest of the box. My hair is out of control. I've been cutting my hair for the last 2 years. For those of you who've been watching, you're probably aware of that. Grace has been a collector of rockhound for a long time, and she has collected some insane things. The proof of that has been in the box alone that she sent me, but I know that she travels, and I know that she hunts these things herself, and well, yeah, let's just get into it. This is crazy. You can see why I kept having to make videos. The things that aren't in this box still are like jars of fire agates and everything else. So these are from Colorado, enclosed blue quartz, azurite plus malachite, black scroll, tourmaline in quartz, some grainy rock with minerals, looks like a degraded quartzite or epidite. I know quartz and epidite never reside in the same rock, so it's either one or the other. The quartz crystals are from Red Feather, Colorado. That's fun. And then so I literally, my life has been, I have not been in this room as much as I would like to be. Time flies when you're having fun. And here we are. I have not looked in here. These are from Red Feather, Colorado. It looks like there are green moss dendritic inclusions in this quartz. Oh, that is a shaft. And then actually, I'm gonna put beauty shots in here. So clear, so clean, so nice. That is forever going to be right in the middle of my specimen collection, for sure. Also, in the same container, this must be the azurite plus malachite because I see green on it. This must be the azurite plus malachite because I see green on it, and I see blue crystals. Look at the blues in that. It's just... and the azurite, the blue. I'm assuming that's what it is. These are my best guesses as far as the notes. And what I would suspect it was also, I mean, it's blue. I enjoy shooting these close-ups and looking at these stones as much as some of you do, hopefully. These are the parts of it for me they're the most enjoyable since as a kid I was going around with a little hand microscope. I can remember getting my first one. It was the kind that's not that strong. You just look down through it and it's got the little see-through plastic end. But I would instantly get lost in the little worlds, and then when I've been asked, which magic power would you choose? I repeatedly have answered, the ability to shrink. Because I love looking at things up close. I mean, that is just a world of see-through blue gems. I'd love to wander through that canyon. That is just beautiful. Here's the green. So I will give you close-ups of each of these for sure. Okay. Literally these agates look like they poured out. And I know that there's growth occurring. I can see all the round botryoidal growth to it. Instead of being sharp crystals, they're rounded crystals. And but still, sometimes the way that they are, it looks to me like they are literally poured out like candle wax or something. And that is a big gob. Wow. I can't wait to. I'm going to take a toothbrush to that, a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of water. And then she finishes a lot of hers off with mineral oil, and then I do the same thing. And it gives it like a forever luster. And I feel like somehow it, because they're like long removed from their little moist cave, somehow it like gives them back some of their virtue. And I don't know, somehow it's good for them. It's good for them. As a living thing, it's good for them. That's incredible. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I'm just getting to these. These are all, you get to be here with me. I have not unwrapped these. These are all individuals. Wow. So there's a list here on this card, and it has high grade that is purple plus green fire, small high grade crackle shows some cutting work in medium, one brown crackle, small, large chalcedony piece that has red fire, large specimen with ghost fire, medium specimen with ghost fire, red, orange, and green. So a lot of times in stones, you know, I'm like, it's a fire agate, and it is that for sure, but then people who work with the stones, like sunstones out in the Oregon desert, you know what I mean? There's so many nuances, like food or anything else, to describing something, and you know, specific sub names that have been given to stuff, and that really does help to identify stuff, like all communication. So this is a crackle. I'm thinking, let me get all these out and look at them, and then I will do close-ups on each of these for you. Each of these is so different. These are beautiful, and they've already been treated with mineral oil. They're incredible. Just wow. Show you this pile that I have in front of me. Look at this pile of specimens and cool stuff that has been sent to me. It's just incredible. There's the overall bulk of it, plus 2 huge jars of all the other fire agates, if you've seen those videos. Just wow. Okay, and that's not even, let's keep going. I'm like a kid on Christmas, I'm finally getting in the rhythm here. I see massive things raw from the desert. It literally smells like the dust of the desert, and this is just a huge pour out. You could call it I guess chalcedony. This is probably listed on here. Large chalcedony piece that has red fire underneath. It's just pretty much clear blues and whites. We're definitely going to clean that up. Definitely. The items in this bag are fire agate on rhyolite host rock. The fire layers are found in the dark brown sard layers sandwiched between the sard and rhyolite. The yellow, orange, and red plus white layers are generally above the sard. Enclosed is also common opal, pinkish quartz, and other petrified wood or jasper. I keep saying dragon or reptilian. It's so rounded and just... it's just the only way to describe it. It filled these spaces and it looks... you know, where some things you can see it came in layers. It's definitely layered, but it looks a lot more like lava. It really does. It looks like each of these was a flow of low hot molten wax. Beautiful tones, shades. Looks like, wow, that's like a pink quartz druzy. Wow. These forms are just... the technical thought of how these forms have formed is, it's different. It's very organic to me, or larger, quicker flows, frozen. It's just, it's different. It's different. I don't know how to explain that. I see larger, quicker pourings out and quicker settings up. Usually the minerals that I see occurring in layers are occurring in such fine layers that you can picture it precipitating into that space and then drying out and leaving behind little traces of itself that then form layers, or growing like crystals do when you've seen crystals grow anywhere where you have a heavy mineral solution and it dries out and crystals form. But then in these I'm seeing what can only look like wax flow or lava flow or molten rock flow. I can't imagine with the workings of my brain any other way that that happened. I don't see thin layers, I see thick layers. Okay, so that's an incredible bag right there. Let me get you some close-ups on these. You see there's little micro gold reflections in there. I don't know if that's actual gold or a type of pyrite in there. It's beautiful little detail. Now, I've seen gold lurking in that type of ore before. Now, I went ahead and cleaned up these two larger. They're mostly chalcedony, and we can categorize this as a chalcedony because it's translucent, so it's not a jasper of any sort, or not translucent. So this is opaque to translucent. Light travels through it, and it's clear to bluish to white. Now there's actually flow banding here from where it was built, where it grew, where it layered up. And so you can classify that. You know, I guarantee you that if I cut this on a saw, I would get water lines out of here, growth lines, banding. And that's what makes a chalcedony into an agate. So there it is showing up right there. So you can say it's a chalcedony that has growth lines, so it's an agate. And then where we're getting the fire is where you get fire colors involved in it. Now, even in Grace's letter, she writes that there's so many different classifications of it. Some of these that are the straight translucent red see-throughs are definitely fire agates. You can see this is one where I sliced it in half, and you can see the banding. This is just a thin little layer, not the best cut either, but it was to look inside, and you can see the fire colors, the plumes, the actual crystal growth, the layering, the clouds. And this has already been featured in another video when we opened up the first. It's basically, she gave me 2 quart jars also with this. But so fire colored banded stuff. Now in this there's also things that I noticed that have even more fire to it. So this one in particular, hoping that I can catch the fire. I noticed that a lot of these have a deeper sheen, schiller, translucent layer. So besides the color, there's metallic sheens. And okay, so these are the pieces that she sent me to look at specifically, and you can see it showing up there. See that in there? So there's some real fire inside the fire. Here's one that she said she'd worked on a little bit. You can see it's got some grinding on it, and you can see inside of it. Look at that. So metallic sheen, fire to the whole thing. And yes, the classic blue, clear chalcedony colors, the fire agate color. And feel free to correct me on all this or to identify. I know some of these, as she wrote down, the less translucent browns are the sards. And yeah, just remember in my videos, you know, I'm an amateur, so if you know more than me, I appreciate you chiming in. And there's lots of people that watch these videos and can learn from you as well as me. So I do appreciate information and help with identification. I think that really This is such an awesome chance when somebody gives you such a large collection all at once, because I've had my chance now to see every way that this grew in this area where these came from, and it's totally different than how the Chalcedony fills its voids where I am, and with different colors and different things going on, and yet some things are similar. Wow! Look at the fish egg clusters in here. And you get actual sharp point drusies next to it. Super fun. Super fun. These have to be some of the funnest different little specimen mixes that you could get in one batch of rocks. And the colors, and then the way, I mean, you can go from direct light back on it. Look at the underlayers in here. There's like literally holographic second layers to all of this. The metallic sheen, and then you get a clear coating over the top of it of either a blue or an orange, and it just creates that hologram, and then you can pull out to where you get the light coming in halfway, and it just becomes what, ethereal candy, you know? That is, it's some sort of science fiction right there. And then you move into where it's completely backlit, and yeah, some of these just become firelands. Look at these here. This one, I'm sure that, you know, these were the individually wrapped ones. I'm sure that she wanted me to see that holographic sheen buried in there, that metallic sheen. And then the botryoidal actually keeps looking more reptoidal on these to me. The rounded, bubbly growth of it all, the way it sits next together, it looks like boa constrictor or snake, or very much dragon. And we're just looking at the top. You see that fire sheen go through there? Look. Oh, that's that holographic underlayer. Be really sweet to be able to capture that in car paint. And then these look crackly to me. I'm not sure if that's the classification of them, but super bubbly. Look like pigskin or something. Yeah, literally, this is, if you told me that was a piece of dragon skin, dinosaur skin, if there is any difference, I would believe you. And look how fine the layers of this actually are. If you can catch them there, that detail. And this is that one that was worked on a little bit that she sent, and I think that she was totally going after that same translucent, the sheen buried under there. You can see how deep it was in this one. So as you go down through this, some of the layers are going to be that, I'm going to call it holographic sheen again. And then the blues, you gotta love the blues mixed in with all the fire colors. It's that contrast in one stone that makes these so incredible. Look how tight and deep the reds are in this one. It's got that rhyolite backing. It's the host stone, so that's a volcanic stone. And then this is grown in all of the voids. And those are little ruby bubbles. Not truly ruby, but you get it. Yeah, the mixes. Look at the gray, blue, pure, clear chalcedony turning into the sunset fire ember colors there. And then the just bubble world spilling over it like a glacier or something. the wax and flow, the pourings and slow fillings of voids beneath the earth's surface now revealed. Look at that. You can see where it just oozed in its mineral goodness and then set up for this crystalline yumminess. Ooh, you can see where each one of these was wrapped up to catch the attention separate from the jar. To say, hey Nate, look, this one is totally different than the others. Look at the blue lines in this one. Fun, fun, fun. Getting the full experience of being able to wander around. Well, maybe not the full experience, but the full spectrum of finds that you could probably get from this area. Having someone else who's had the time to go through and pick very many up and then look at them and decide what's cool about them and then share that with me. I appreciate that so much, and that I get to share that with all of you. And I think that I will definitely start crafting these into different things. I'm reaching that state. I wasn't sure when I first got all of these what to do with them. I definitely have enough when I first got them. Like I said, we're just now going through the box and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, what I was going to keep. Now I have some idea of what are going to be my personal specimens, what I can give away to friends, what I want to craft. I've already started, like I said, slicing some of the pieces and looking at their strengths and their weaknesses as far as fractures and faults and flow of lines and all of that sort of thing. So thank you so much, Grace, again for sending me this and for letting me share this with everybody, and for a lifetime supply of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful agates, for all the support on the channel, and for all of your guys' support on the channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up, let YouTube and everybody else know that it's a good video, that you enjoy it, and that they might enjoy it. Totally tells the algorithm to share it with other people, so that's one of the main ways you can support me, besides dropping a subscription and hitting that bell notice so that you have a chance to know that I'm putting all these videos out when they come out, and then you can choose to watch them or not. I appreciate it so much. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and if you get a chance, take care of each other. And I will see you at the next location on the quest for details. Right? Okay, so where do we start? Caffeine. What do we have? Let's read comments. Oh, you with the thing? You're not quite. We need a little remote control on that. Gotta love my hairdo. So, today's episode is brought to you by. I have no idea. I have no sponsors. I'm broke as hell. I'm gonna read your comments out loud. Not here. Okay, anyway. This is the sound of a man losing his marbles. We can do this. You want to do this? We can do this. Cut.